all that food, but we need to do something first. We need to do a few speeches. So I'd like to welcome onto the, not really a stage, but up front here, Lewis, wife, chaperone, to come and do a speech. Lewis.
Oh, Lewis,
yes.
Could you go on the other side?
Yes, I can go on the other side.
You won't be on the camera.
It's only on my phone, so I'll have to keep looking down. I've been told to do a speech, but I don't really like public speaking, so thank you all for coming and have a good day. I've actually half prepared something, so I'll read from this, that I panically scribbled down on the walk from the church down here. But I've been told to not have a drink before the speech, so I apologise if I seem like I'm in a rush to get to the end. All of us gathered in this room, we've got something really important in common. None of us have a clue what I'm going to say next. Please keep clapping and cheering to a minimum, because I'm really hungover. I know you shouldn't drink the night before a wedding, but I couldn't let Baz drink by himself. I couldn't let myself drink by myself. Ladies and gentlemen, today we witnessed a unique event in history. It's the first and probably the last time I've been asked to do a speech. Family and friends, this is a happy day for me. Seeing my mother and Baz are finally tying the knot. He's the man who can make her happy, and he's the man that she deserves. Baz, thank you very much for bringing our mother so much joy. You have made all our lives complete. Apparently, it's tradition to bring up an embarrassing moment from the bride's past or talk about a weird trait that they have, so everyone can laugh at her expense. But on the basis that she has got so much more than me, and in the interest of self-preservation, I'm just going to skip that. Where do I start with Baz? He's kind, intelligent, handsome, charming. Sorry, I'm having trouble reading your writing. You'll have to tell me the rest later. And Mum, loyal, kind, honest, gorgeous. That's enough about me. I'm here to talk about you. You look gorgeous today. You've raised me and you've looked after me well enough over the last 22 years that your retirement home might be in the nice part of Luton. I've seen you go through ups and downs, and I'm glad you found your rock in this world. Mum, I cannot say just how happy I am for you today. You deserve to have this chance at love because you're the best mum ever. You have always been there for me during the times that I was down. You never got tired of supporting me and encouraging me to fulfill my dreams. You never gave up on me, even when I was hard-headed or just plain stubborn. And to the groom, my second dad, my request is that you take care of my mother. Please love her deeply, and please don't give up on her when your marriage becomes difficult. I know that you won't always agree on things, but I'm hoping that for the both of you, you can make things work out together. I guess what I'm saying is that I hope and pray that your love remains stronger than anything. I wanted to give some relationship advice, but considering I'm single and spend most of my time fishing, I'm not sure what good it would do. I'd like to make a toast. Let me grab my drink real quick. To the handsome groomsmen and ushers, and the beautiful bridesmaids. Hey. And now the big toast to the happy couple. I've stolen this toast because it seems fitting for the occasions. May neither of you ever lie, cheat or drink, but if you must lie, lie with each other. If you must cheat, cheat death, and if you must drink, drink with us. So cheers to the newlyweds, to Mr. and Mrs. Key.
Thank you. Afternoon everyone. Lewis, amazing, thank you, and thanks for giving your mother to me. You've supported me a great deal, to be honest, as well, and really appreciate it. I think it was a brilliant speech there. It's really great, so thank you very much. I was, I guess, well prepared until yesterday. I did a speech about bridesmaids. I put in a whole heap of giving away presents, just trying to pad the time, really, to be honest with you. And then yesterday I found out that after speaking to Andy's dealing with the bridesmaids in his speech, so that sort of disappeared. And Sam wanted to give the bridesmaids all their presents this morning, so actually my speech has like dwindled quite a lot, so apologies for the length of my speech, but most of the content has been taken away in the last 24 hours. Sorry. Really, I guess because the content's reduced quite a lot, I need to fill it some way, so I expect quite a lot of toasts throughout my speech. So I guess the first thing to toast really is to my beautiful wife. So if we could have a toast to Sam. This is a special occasion, really, special occasion for me and Sam, and we appreciate that we've taken you away from, I guess, anywhere in the UK to come down to the tip of Cornwall. It's special for us, for you to see St Ives, because we spend quite a lot of time in St Ives. We try and get down every 4 or 6 weeks or so we hope that you enjoy it as much as we do, but we appreciate that a lot of you have travelled a lot of miles to get here today, so thank you very much for that. And well, we might as well have a toast then, really, to toast to St Ives. I'd like to thank my parents. Unfortunately, they're not able to be here today. My dad's in Spain, my mum's unavailable. But they've raised me, they've brought me up, and I wouldn't be here today without my mum and dad. So we'll have a toast to my mum and dad, which is Dave and Irene. And also to Sandra. I know you've bit struggles this morning with your leg, and you've soldiered on and you've made it from venue to venue, and very much appreciate all of your support and bringing Sam into my world and being so welcoming. Rob isn't available today, but if we could have a cheers to Sandra and Rob. To the ushers, so we've got Dan, Harry, Tom and Will. Dan, hugely helpful over the past 48 hours. You spent most of my 30,000 steps yesterday toing and froing between all of these places and where we're staying. Really appreciate it, and you stuck with me yesterday, and actually you stayed off the booze most of the day until later on, so that's to Harry, an extraordinary reading today, Harry. You really stepped up, and I'm really proud of your confidence and the way that you delivered the speech in church. Thank you, Harry. Tom, thanks for coping with me yesterday. It was a hugely stressful day. 2 o'clock, it was all beautiful, we were breezing along nicely, and then suddenly everything needed doing at once. Started with a health and safety briefing bizarrely for the hall that we'll be in tonight, and sort of just ran through till about 9:30 last night. Tom stayed with me throughout. I did get a little bit grumpy at times, but he brought me back up, and after 3 strong bows he just wouldn't stop talking for about an hour and a half, so thank you, Tom. And Will kept the vicar happy actually, because he wasn't eating any gum, so that really made a whole special occasion. Will, you've been absolutely brilliant. All of you have been brilliant, and I wouldn't be here now today without all of your help over the past 48 hours. So, do a toast to the ushers, please. To the best man, I guess natural progression. I guess it better be nice because he's on this bit of stage right after to talk about me, and we've known each other quite a long time. For those of you who don't know, Andy and I met when we were 17 years old at college. We've had many adventures. You've probably heard about quite a lot of these adventures, but probably the pinnacle for me was we went to Benidorm for Euro 96. We had an overnight flight. We arrived around 4 o'clock in the morning. We dropped all the stuff in the hotel. We'd had a briefing to say how important it was to put our passport and everything away. So due diligent at the age we would put passport in the safe. We put the safe keys on the hotel room keys. We headed down to the beach and decided that we didn't need any sleep. So we went down to the beach, took shoes off and thought we'd go straight into the sea. Put the keys under our shoes because it'd be safer than actually putting them in our shoes. Came out, put our shoes on, went back to the hotel and realised that we left the keys for the safe and for the hotel room somewhere on the beach. So proceeded for the next 3 hours to scour a 2-mile beach to try and find these keys. Rest assured we were pretty tired. We ended up on a couple of sun lounges, woken up by a Spanish bloke about 3 o'clock in the afternoon trying to charge us 20 euros for these beds that we were on, and it's quite fortunate that happened because we were both like brilliantly bright red come the end of that session. So some interesting trips away with Andy. Andy and I rented a place together when we were 18. Fridge was very interesting. I think the fridge on most occasions was booze and cheese, and that's pretty much what it consisted of all the time.
It hasn't changed.
However, we did bring a hamster into the world and looked after a hamster, so we had a Bob that we looked after very well for about 3 years together. Andy, you've always been there for me. Appreciate you coming down, appreciate everything that you've done for Sam and I to get us to this point today. So we're going to have a toast to Andy, best man.
Andy. Cheers.
Probably the most important person in the room today, my gorgeous wife. You look absolutely stunning today. You look amazing. Love the dress. Love the train. And I guess before I go on, let's just do a toast to Sam again. I'll get through this champagne. To Sam. When Sam and I got together, we very much realised straight away that we were each other's soulmates. We think very much the same. We finish each other's sentences, and we comment on things at the same time, which we sort of saw as what our soulmate is. We are, however, different. We have tattoos, matching tattoos on our ankles. Sam definitely keeps me wild. And I definitely will keep Sam safe for the rest of our times together. I took the liberty of googling soulmate just to actually understand what soulmate was. So the true definition is a person who shares a deep understanding or bond with another, especially one ideally suited to another as a lover. I think we nailed it, babe. I've said we're alike, I've said we're soulmates. I truly believe that we are soulmates, we think the same way. We have, however, brought different things to each other. So I guess I brought football to Sam. Interestingly, about 5 minutes ago I was just finishing off my dream team as my youngest came up to me and said, have you done your team yet for the Euros? So I've introduced Sam to football, and I'm not so sure she enjoys it, but she does watch football with me quite regularly. And I've introduced her to fantasy football as well, so very much been part of creating teams over the past 4 or 5 years. However, she's not actually beating me yet, so we'll continue with that, which is why I was a bit frantic a few minutes ago, just finalising what my team looked like, because I was conscious that Sam had done hers. Sam has also brought a lot to me. Love Island, I guess, is going on a bit. Football one way, Love Island the other way. So I guess probably today means that we're closed off. Yeah. Probably a thing. So we should go for a chat. Babe, I love you so much. You look absolutely stunning today, you're adorable. I really can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. And yeah, I properly love you, Mrs. Key. One last thing from me, I couldn't be outdone by everybody taking away presents and stuff away from me, because that was how I was going to create this speech and make myself a bit more comfortable. But I have saved one, so you got it, Emma. Yeah, sorry. didn't plan that very well.
I'll run and fetch it. Squeeze by.
No, you're all right.
Thank you. Unfortunately, it's got a bit of bird poo on it. I think most things out today. So, to my beautiful wife, Mrs. Key.
Thank you. Football.
Oh, sorry.
Usual Baz rabbit. Yeah. I've got it. Oh shit! It's one of them things with stuff words, and I'll throw him on the back. Aww. So sweet.
Thank you, guys.
I guess it's my turn. After that. Good afternoon, everyone. Not nervous at all. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Andy, or you can call me by my full name, which is Andy. Would you like a drink? I heard there was a sweepstake about the length of the best man's speech. I went for 40 minutes, so settle in. Just kidding. I read that the perfect length for best man's speech was the length of time it takes the groom to make love. So, if you'd all like to raise your glasses. I was actually quite nervous, you can't tell, about doing a speech. So I tried the internet, and after an interesting couple of hours, I remembered I was supposed to be preparing a speech. Please keep your minds out of the gutter. I learned that nobody really knows who would win a fight between Batman and Superman, or why the Kardashians are famous. But I did learn that it's my job to thank you all for being here today, and to thank the bridesmaids and the maid of honour, which is not a chore at all. So, Jodie, Emily, Louise, Josephine and Eva, you have all gone above and beyond to make today so special. And I think you'll all agree just how beautiful Barry looks. Just kidding. Sam and the whole bridal party look amazing. You all look absolutely stunning. Barry, you look stunned. Ladies and gentlemen, can I please ask you to raise your glasses to the bridal party?
Bridal party.
Some of my speech has been covered in the previous speeches. So how do I know Barry and Sam? Now, I first met Sam just over 4 years ago on my doorstep in the snow. We were quarantined due to COVID, and they were delivering a very thoughtful and totally unexpected, may I say, Christmas hamper. Having socially distanced conversations, while they were getting colder and wetter, my wife and I were feeling more awful by the minute, partly down to the COVID situation, partly due to the fact that we didn't have a gift to reciprocate. Wasn't the first impression we wanted to make. But the fact that we're here today, I hope, makes up for it. Loyal, caring, sincere, honest, already covered, but that's enough about me. Barry and I did meet in a college room, slightly dingy college room, 30 years ago.
Wow.
30 years ago. And I know what you're thinking, how can a pair of youthful chaps such as us have been there in college 30 years ago? But alas, it's true. We struck up a friendship fast, based mostly on our love of lunchtime beer. Certainly not of a mutual love for Everton. But despite that, it wasn't long before our youthful quest for freedom saw us becoming housemates, as you previously mentioned.
Sorry.
4 years. Good times were had. Those were the days when we could party till the early hours of the morning, stagger home with a couple of pizzas, and be up for work again at 8 o'clock that morning. It's a good job there was no such thing as social media back then. I'm not quite sure if anyone needs reminding about our drunken antics, our 90s fashion, or Baz's quiff. And that's right. Or they might like a reminder that he did once have hair. Over the adventures, we took our friendships on our tour and found ourselves spending 2 weeks in the exotic paradise of Benidorm for the first time, again as previously mentioned. The lads' holiday destination of choice. Those of you familiar with Benidorm in the 90s will know how tricky it is to find your way around, especially after sampling lots of the local drinks. We found ourselves back not at our apartment, but instead time after time at the same church. Perhaps divine intervention. But I wonder also if it was something similar that led Barry and Sam to find St Ives Church here in St Ives. Despite our drunken missteps, lost keys, excessive sunburn, way too much beer, and awesome dance moves, we had a blast, and it was a holiday we'll never forget. I don't think in 1994 either of us thought that we'd still be friends 30 years later, and despite the joke that being asked to be best man is like being selected for jury duty, you can't really say no. It's genuinely a privilege and a pleasure to be able to return the favour you did for us, my wife and I, 8 years ago. And if you need any advice on how to be a great husband, please just ask. My wife says I'm an absolute idol and she's rarely been so satisfied. Oh, sorry. I'm absolutely idle and she's rarely satisfied. On that note, all that's left for me to do is wish you both a long and happy life together with all the love and luck in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses to the bride and groom.
Bride and groom. That's done. There's no more. No, there really isn't.